Istanbul correspondent and is live. Erin is now for us in Istanbul. Erin, can you add?
Yes, right now I think what we're looking at is two suicide attackers who approached police at a checkpoint at the entrance of the international terminal, and this is what authorities have told me. Police at the checkpoint fired at the attackers, and then they detonated their vests. 10 people have been killed. I'm told that death toll does not include the attackers, who were also killed. Right now, we don't know which group carried out the attack. There's been no claim of responsibility, but certainly, as you mentioned, Turkey has been hit by both the Islamic State and Kurdish militants across the country, and including in Istanbul in recent months.
Given the date and the Ramadan festivities, I would assume that people across the region, and especially there, were on high alert, no?
Absolutely, and Ramadan is often a time of intensified attacks, particularly by Islamist groups. And Istanbul Airport actually is one of the most secure airports. There's tons of security. Bags are screened before you even enter the terminal, and certainly Turkish authorities knew that attack like this could happen. So it's unclear, what went wrong. Or why maybe they chose today to attack.
I heard what you said, and I understand what you mean, but I think in the early going, if the facts have been presented to us accurately, that nothing did go wrong. The security is designed to keep explosive materials or those who would do harm from entering that building, and from all the reports I've gotten, Erin, correct me if I'm wrong, they were successful in that matter.
Sure, absolutely, and that's correct. And we don't know the 10 people who were killed. It's unclear if they were civilians, if they were passengers entering the terminal, or if that includes security forces as well.
And we don't know. We don't have details yet on what it was that drew the authorities to these suspects, do we? I'm not of the understanding that they began firing and that's when the authorities noticed them. It sounds like authorities noticed them and then the firing began.
Yes, that's also correct. It seems that the authorities, the police at the checkpoint, noticed they were either acting suspicious or, maybe they noticed something under their clothes, and they fired on them first in an attempt to neutralize them, and that's what the government here has said. And that's when the attackers detonated their explosives.
Erin, from friends and colleagues who have visited, both Fox News colleagues and those from other services, one of the running storylines seems to have been recently that tourism has been on the decline and fears have been on the rise as tensions have grown, and that's severely hurt the economy as President Erdogan has pushed in so many different ways to try to enter these alliances. I'd like your take as a local on what things have been like, what the feeling's been.
Absolutely. There's a feeling, of tension here, and Turks are worried that things are going in a bad direction. They're worried about war. They're worried about the economy. And it's true that in the past few months, and particularly the last year, that President Erdogan has, gotten into disputes with Russia, and also his involvement, or the Turkish government's involvement in Syria, has certainly caused some problems. So yes, I think that Turkey is worried in general about where things are going, and tensions certainly have been high on a number of fronts.
Erin Cunningham is the Istanbul-based correspondent for the Washington Post newspaper. Erin, I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Thank you, and all the best.
Thank you so much.
There were reports, you may have heard in our reporting earlier,